Okay, perfect. So over to you, Geert. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you, Jessica. I am Geert van Pamel from Belgium. I am co-founder of Wikimedia Belgium, and since then,
Je suis le cofondateur.
And for the last 6 years, I am chair of Wikimedia Belgium. I started with Wikipedia and Wikimedia in 2005, and for 7 years, until 2012, I have been editing Wikipedia on my own. So it's only since 2012 that I am a member of Wikimedia the Netherlands, before creating Wikimedia Belgium in 2014. So today I will talk you about my experiences with Wikidata when doing project management for Wikipedia and Wikimedia activities. So actually, it all started during Corona in 2020, when we had a lot of activities that were organized virtually via video conferencing, and we had no more real contact with the people with whom we were doing activities. So, and what I did as a workaround to make those activities a real success was to prepare those activities by making, for example, the inventory of all the subjects that we wanted to write about. And we gathered all those topics into Wikidata. But I will explain in more detail. So here I say, when you are organizing an editathon, it can be very...
Again later. Namba unayopigia haipatikani kwa sasa. Tafadhali jaribu tena baadaye. The number...
Okay, so it is much more efficient in organizing an editathon when you use Wikidata for it. You have a minimum of manual work, and you have a maximum...
Please try again later. Namba
and you have a maximum of results. And the good thing also, all the data you're collecting about the topics you are writing about and about people that are participating, you can reuse it because it's machine readable and you can create reports with it. So, okay, about the prerequisites, you should know a bit of Wikipedia, you should know a bit of Wikidata. You have a Wikimedia account, user account. You know a bit how Wikidata, how editathons are organized, and you could have a bit of knowledge about program and events dashboard. Here in this session, I will explain you how you can...
Informations sur les
Tafadhali jaribu tena baadaye. The number you're calling...
Sorry. Dora, I've just
again
activated enough.
Namba unayopigia...
Okay, so
I'm sorry?
Not reachable. Please try...
I will explain you how you can use Open Refine. Quick statements, I will spend a few words on it.
Je vais passer un petit moment pour l'expliquer.
To prepare a list of Wikidata items. With Listeriabot, you can automatically generate Wikipedia tables in, for example, a project namespace article. And PyWikibot you can use to update Wikidata and other Wikimedia and Wikipedia projects automated using a Python script. And then there are a lot of other ToolForge applications, but there I will not present it today because it's already sufficient. So the agenda, I will talk about Wikidata, Open Refine, Wikidata Query, Listeriabot, Wikipedia, and then give some examples of how you can use the programs and events dashboard. Jessica will gather also questions via chat. I think the chat questions you can put them to Jessica, and she will then ask the questions, and I can answer them. At the end, we might have some discussions and some small exercises, I would say, or things that I could propose you to do for yourself at another time. And then you might contact me afterwards if you have any remaining questions. So, okay, what is it about? I will show you how you can create a wiki project in Wikidata, and then how you can link items to that project created in Wikidata. So then how you can write a Wikipedia project page. A project page is a page on Wikipedia, typically within the project namespace. This is normally for most of the Wikipedias, it is just the Wikipedia namespace. So to describe your project, what it is about, what type of articles you are writing, when the session is organized, where it is organized, what users you are inviting, the museum you are collaborating with, or the heritage group that you are in contact with. And then also you can create you can create a Wikipedia list of subjects using the list that is available in Wikidata. And then the final goal is to organize the editing, to monitor and to help the participants, and then to publish the user draft pages onto Wikipedia. And then, yes, you might register those Wikipedia pages on Wikidata, link them to the item that was created beforehand. And then you might use statistics from the campaigns, program and events dashboard to report on the results. So as I said, I started I started developing this way of working 2 years ago at the beginning of COVID-19. And then for all the activities I am organizing now, I am still using always the same technique to have a fluent organization of the project, the activity. So from all those Wikimedia projects, I am referring today specifically to Wikipedia, Wikidata, and Wikimedia Commons. They are all managed by the MediaWiki software, which is the same software running for all of those applications. And then each of those three systems, they are interconnected with the outreach platform, the dashboard. So I will show you in more detail. So this is a generic overview of how you can set up and organize a project on Wikipedia. You start from an idea, a concept, an initiative, where you think about the requirements. What do I need to organize this activity? And then maybe in a second step, you can search for partners. You can ask project leaders. You can talk about the subject you want to tackle. And maybe you need a budget to rent a physical place, to have an internet connection, for example, and so on. So, and then in a third step, you can list up, you can make the inventory of all the Wikipedia pages, the Wikipedia subjects that you want to write about. You might assemble them via an Excel file, or maybe a Google spreadsheet, or a simple text document. And after that, you can use then Open Refine to load those topics into Wikidata, maybe to create the items when they don't exist yet. So part of organizing the activity is also looking for a physical meeting place, the infrastructure, maybe catering, maybe travel, to make sure that you have a secure place to work, that you have a friendly space for your activity. And then also sending invitations, registering participants, the creation of user accounts maybe, to know how many participants there are, and so on. And then to organize the activity, to do a presentation, a demo, allow the students to write an article and to do further follow-up. Okay, this is a raw schema that mid-September I have been drawing with pen and paper. You see here in the center, you see here the Wikidata system, and you see that Wikipedia and Wikimedia Commons, they are connected to the programs and an event tool. Actually, when you create a campaign and a program and an event, you identify all the Wikimedia systems that you want to track. So you can track any language of Wikipedia, you can track Wikimedia Commons, and you can track Wikidata for the users updating them.
Pour les utilisateurs et les métrages.
Central thing here is that, for example, here in this presentation and for almost all of my projects, I'm using a property of Wikidata, property 6104, which means maintained by Wikimedia project. So this is how you can connect Wikidata items to the project you are executing. Okay. So and then the events and the program and events tool. When I create a session activity, when I create a session, there is a URL, a link with a blue button that you can put on your Wikipedia project space, so that users can easily subscribe to the session. Okay, so here you have a small overview in a small schema, a small project, an activity flow, how you can set up an activity. You start from a yearly plan, you do the project setup, you do the project execution, and later after the session, you make the evaluation, and you can use statistics from the events and program and events tool. And for each phase in those activities, you see what type of discussions, what important decisions that you need to make, and what are the answers that you need to search for with your team. So the first phase is after the yearly plan. You have your project set up, for which you have here a more detailed flow. So first thing is you need to think about a theme. What type of activity you will do, what theme you want to write about, and then you make a list of potential articles, and then secondly you load them into Wikidata. You create items for them with Open Refine. And then once they are in Wikidata, you link them to your project. And then using Wikidata query as a fourth method, Wikidata query, you create a query by which you obtain the list of queue numbers, the list of items that you're writing about. And then using Listeria bot, you create a Wikipedia table for each of the items. Each of the items is one row in your table, and all the attributes are each of them form a column in the table. But you will see examples. Okay, then the execution of your project. Yeah, with programs, based on programs and events dashboard, you can set up your event. Having the Wikipedia project page, you have the session, and after the session you can do a review, a follow-up, you can generate statistics and so on. Okay, so the thing is, we need a project page, and maybe the best thing I can do is to show you just an example. Do you see the screen, Jessica? Do you see the example?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is one example of one of the projects I have been doing 2 years ago in 2020-21. You see here, yes, so this is in fact a more complex project, because it was composed of several activities. So, for example, here you have 13 sessions that we have been doing, and okay, this is not a good example. I will use this one. So you see here you have, yeah, okay, I see it's in Dutch. Okay, I will change my preferences in no, global, no, not that one. Okay, I choose English. Okay, this will be better. Okay. So you see here, the text stays in Dutch, of course, but the menu is English. On the project page, you have a button where participants can participate. So here the users can participate, and here you can see then the list of participants, the list of users that participated onto at the activity, and you see the page they have been writing. You see all the activities of those users. Okay. So and yeah, you can upload. There was also here there was also a Wikimedia Commons photo upload campaign. You see the campaign here. Via this simple button, users could upload images that were directly linked to the project that we were executing. Okay. Yes. So what do you describe on those pages? You describe the partners that are collaborating to the project. You can describe what your project is about, what you will do, where you do it, when, and so on. Okay. So a wiki project. A wiki project is a Wikipedia or a Wikimedia project that you run and that you document on Wikidata. And for which you need, as I told you, you need a budget, you need other people to co-organize it, and so on. A lot of activity types can be organized. It can be a simple editathon. It can be a thematic activity for whom you contact also a museum or a heritage institution or a school or a university, and so on. So this is an overview of the different tools that you need in the different phases of the project setup. Yeah, you start with Excel to create just a list of subjects, and then with Open Refine you upload them to Wikidata. I will give you some examples further on to make it more concrete. Okay. Yeah, this is the same list but presented in another way. So we are talking about Wikidata. Wikidata, the concept of the setup is really very simple. So we are using one property, one main property, P104, maintained by Wikiproject. So the concept is very simple, but the implementation might be more complicated. I will give you immediately an example. So here you have an example. Actually, Wikidata is a triple store. This means it's a simple database consisting just in principle, consisting in one table with 3 columns. And you have the subject, you have the property, and you have the object or the value. I give a simple example. The Prime Minister of Belgium, Alexander De Croo, he makes part of our wiki project, Belgian politics. Okay, so I will just click here on that number. You see here Alexander De Croo. This is our Prime Minister in Wikidata. You see his name, all his names in the different languages. You see he is a human being, of course. You see an image of the Prime Minister. You see it's a man. He has Belgian nationality. Alexander is his first name. De Croo is his last name, and so on. Okay. So, and then the property. The property is a P number. You see the prefix property here in Wikidata. Also, in all of the languages, you have the description, and then it says it's an instance of it's a property about Wikidata. It is a wiki project that we are referring to, and it's a way to group Wikipedia, Wikidata items actually. And then the project is a project. It's the first step for me to create a wiki project. You say it's an instance of a project, of a wiki project. It's organized in Belgium. The main subject is politics, and the organizer is Wikimedia Belgium. So this is sufficient to create a new project in Wikidata. Okay, so then this queue number, this is the same queue number. If I ask what links here, I get a list of all the political subjects in Belgium linked to our project. It's an initial list. It's a short list, but it can grow in the future, of course. Okay, so then the principles of about Wikidata. Wikidata is all about gathering information. So a PDF document is a list of data potentially, but it's not structured. Then a second way is to have a structured document. A spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet is a structured document with rows and columns. But it's not open, it's proprietary, And if you want an open document, then you need a CSV. A CSV is an open document, but it is still only accessible by one single person. If you make it RDF, then it's usable by other people as well, potentially. But then you need a linked open database, and this is what Wikidata is. So, okay. You don't have a specific data model. You need to create one yourself. So you yourself, you create your data model based on the 3 columns in Wikidata. So you have a queue number, you have a property, and you have an object. And each time it is hierarchical. So it is recursive, meaning each object in itself is also a subject. And then for the other subject, you can list also predicates and statements explaining what the subject is about. So you have a tree of statements which are linked to each other. So Wikibase is only one example Wikidata is only one example of a Wikibase. Wikibases are used at other places. For example, also structured data on commons since 2018 is using a Wikibase instance. Okay, this is another example of a list of projects. So Cathedrals of Industry was a project that we have been organizing with the Museum of Industry. And this is the complete list of all the topics of all the Wikipedia pages that we have been writing about. So, okay. Okay. So you can one item can be linked to multiple projects. This is possible. We have been doing a project about women in architects, as architect and designer, and we had 15 different sessions, and some of those architects were described in multiple activities. Okay, this is another way to say it. Property 6104 is only one possibility to link items to projects. You can have, I have listed here 7 other properties that can be potentially used to link items to projects. You can link them to museum collections, for example, commons categories, archives, artwork catalogs, a simple subject list, a focus list, or works in a collection. Maybe there are other properties that I did not identify yet. Okay, so the first thing is you need to create a project, a wiki project in Wikidata. You mentioned the country, the organizer, the start date, the end date. Okay, just give you an example here. Cathedrals of the Industry. It's a project by Wikimedia Belgium. If I click here, you see the real definition as it is available in Wikidata. And then the same way I can ask here what links to this project. So then I have all the subjects within this project. Okay, another way is, for example, to identify all the projects that Wikimedia Belgium has organized. And this you can do with a simple Sparkle query. You see here at the left, bottom left, you see the result. If you would click on the link here, you run the query on Wikidata query, and you have in real time the list Okay. And you can see here the Sparkle query. So this means here, this is a wiki project. This is one specific wiki project of Wikimedia Belgium. This means give me all the wiki projects that are organized by Wikimedia Belgium, for which the organizer is Wikimedia Belgium. You see? Okay. So how you can create the items in Wikidata then? You start from an Excel file, or a CSV, or an XML, or a Google spreadsheet, and then, for example, you could identify them. You could download from a database collection system. You can extract a simple list, but the problem is that Wikidata is public domain. So you must get the authorization of the museum that the data can be used as a public domain data. Maybe the museum will remove some attributes that they consider to be proprietary information for which they want to keep the copyright. And then those items, those attributes, they cannot be loaded into Wikidata. Just to indicate to you, as you see, Wikimedia projects can use all of the green copyrights, but Wikidata is using CC0. It's using public domain. And then the next step is, once you have your Excel file or a Google spreadsheet, you use Open Refine to load those topics into Wikidata. Okay, I will give you can use reconcile. Reconcile means you search the Q number using the label of the item. Maybe you can amend items that already exist, or you can create new items for items that do not yet exist into Wikidata. But you should pay attention not to create duplicates. Maybe there are variant names, synonyms that you need to identify. When you are you should first create missing subjects for all the depending objects. If you have, for example, a property for a painting has a painter as the person that created the painting. Before you can create the painting in Wikidata, you need to create maybe the painter if he doesn't already exist in Wikidata. Okay, and then you map the attributes, but I will give an example. So here at the rows, at the first column, you see the name of the enterprise. You see actually the name, the title, the name of the Wikipedia page for which we need to create an article. And then you have all the possible attributes, the country, the city, the synonym names, the address, when the enterprise was created, when the enterprise was resolved, and so on. And then the next step is using Open Refine. You can either create items in Wikidata, you can update, you can add statements, or you can, for example, here, you can add a declaration that subject was maintained by the Wikipedia project that I had created before. So then the next thing is you will upload them. So this is it's a schema to indicate what columns should be loaded by what property. So this item, this thing is the property for Wikidata. And then you can do a simulation, you can do a preview. You see, for example, that the factory Alsberge van Oost with this Q number, it is maintained by the Wiki project using that property to the Wiki project Cathedrals of Industry with this number. So a side effect of all this is that you can then create a Wikidata query. You can query here, give me all the factories that are maintained by the project Wiki project construction company CERC. Here you see the query. If you click on this URL, you will go to Wikidata query. You can execute the query live, and then here at the right you see the results. Actually, you see 5 of the factories that were built by this company. Okay, and then the next step is using Listeria bot to use the Wikidata query to create a list on your project, a table of subjects on your project page. I will give first the example. So this is the example, starting from a very simple Wikidata query. I will click here on the page. So then you will see the results. So starting from those Q numbers, here in this column, you see those Q numbers. You see here all the properties that are described in Wikidata, and then the table is the result of the query. If I click on Edit Source, you will see here again that simple Wikidata query. So actually, it is looking up all the topics, all the Wikipedia pages, potential pages that are linked to our project. And this statement here, this Listeria bot statement, it lists all the properties that you are that you need. So here you see the results. So everything below this is created automatically by the system. The only thing you need to write is this. And this is just a piece of static text describing that this project, this page is part of a wiki project. Okay, so then to update it, you update this manually. Okay. So then you can mention this page on your project page. Well, okay, I will see. Okay, so if you what events? No, sorry, it is the other way around. What links here? So this is the project page that is linking to it. So here from okay, from the Wiki Cafe. The Wiki Cafe is our project, and then we can say here the Fotocollectie Sterk was another session in a series. Okay, this is describing the campaign, the events and campaign tool, and here you see list of possible articles. And then it can be about enterprises or it can be about persons. If it is about persons, okay, you have this list. If you have enterprises, you have the enterprises. And then another nice thing is you can even automatically search for pictures. So here, using this link here, those pictures actually were added automatically to Wikidata. And because of the property, the P18 here, because this is the picture for which that item has a picture in Wikidata. For example, here, if I click on this Wikidata number, you see that this picture actually is with P8 property 18 is the image, and that image was registered in Wikidata. Okay, so then the next thing is, yeah, you add the blue subscription button to participate to the meeting. Okay, so I give an example. This is the participate button, and this is actually you can add what is your activity about. This is the location. This is a reference to the project page. This is the facilitator that is organizing the meeting. If I click on details here, it is organized by Wikimedia Belgium. It is part of the Wiki Café for the Museum of Industry. This is the date on which we organized it. This is the home wiki, and these are the other tracked wikis. So every page that is edited by each of the participants on those systems is also tracked. And then you can, this is important for reporting purposes, you can indicate the activity tracking start and end date. So then what is the net result? And now I am going to, yeah, it's you see for one activity you can have multiple sessions. So this was the last one. Yes, and then the editors they can somebody new, they can create a Wikipedia account themselves, or then they can request one to be created, and then they can indicate it, the topic, the page they want to write. So, and for example, if I click on one user, I can see, oh no, this user doesn't have, didn't edit. Okay, I click on another one. For example, characters. Okay, Sophie Teugels. I can click on her name. So this actually is the draft article that lady has been writing. You see. So this way you can identify what pages each collaborator has created. Okay, so then using the programs and event dashboard in combination with Wikidata, you can easily follow each of the results of each of the participants. Okay, this is the principle. So you start with a campaign. Then for a campaign, you can create multiple programs. And for each of the programs, you can create multiple sessions, activities linked to the same theme, but on different days. For example, you could do a monthly session, and so on. Okay, and then you can download the statistics. For example, here statistics about a campaign. You can see the number of programs. You can see the total number of editors. You can see how many articles were edited, how many articles were created, and so on. And then for each of the activities, you can see an overview here of the statistics. And this is automated. You don't need to monitor it yourself. You can use, for example, for one organization, you can list all the items that were handled by that organization. You can even do it visually, interactively. If you, this project was about factories. So if you have the geolocation of each of the factories, you can see this is a silk mill. This is another factory. This is a textile factory. This is a museum. So by color coding, you can identify where the different. This was a weaving factory. You can see where all those different factories are located. And here a graph of projects, and this is really interactive also. You can click on one item and so on. You can link in a photo campaign, as I show you. Okay, and then you can use other tools with Wikimedia Commons. Okay. I think I will stop here, Jessica. So this is an overview of the complete way of using it. If you want more information, you have all access to the presentation. You can just click on one link, and you have more explanation, more details in each of those steps into the setup and evaluation.
Fantastic, Geert. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And I know that you were going to also maybe explain a practical exercise that people can do, but we wanted to stop here to answer any questions that people may have. I can see one question in our document, and somebody is asking, will this now be the standard for future activities in communities? If so, then how can we have the opportunity to learn this new method for people who have not yet mastered it, knowing that dozens and dozens of people are carrying out the activities? So if you want to share your thoughts on that, Geert.
It's a nice question, and actually it's the way I have been learning to do projects since 2014. So we started with Wikipedia, and we started with Wikipedia pages that we were writing and editing manually. So for example, to describe our project, we used just the Wikipedia project page. And to list all of the potential subjects, we just used another Wikipedia project page with a list of topics. And to have the users subscribing to the activity, yeah, they just manually added themselves their username to that same Wikipedia project page. So every time the project page was edited, even by the participants, they needed to enter an asterisk with 3 tildes to identify their username and so on. And then after the editathon, we needed to manually ask our notes with paper and pencil what all the articles each of the participants have been writing. So it was all manual work, and it was never complete, and it was never up to date. And doing it this way, proactively, you can put in the list of items in Wikidata. You can link them once with your project. Listeriabot lists all the updates automatically. You get a very nice table, not only with a list of topics, but also explaining all the properties, all the attributes of those potential Wikipedia pages. You can list a column counting the number of languages for which a Wikipedia page already exists. And then you see if it is a red link or a blue link, you see if that topic exists or doesn't exist for your own language. And then at the end, calculating statistics, yeah, before it was complete manual work. So all of the team members organizing the session, they were fully occupied all the time, before the meeting, during the meeting, after the meeting, to identify participants, to note all the topics they have been writing, and so on and so on. It was completely manual work, and which was never complete and up to date. And now you have a method, you have a way to automate it. So one project leader organizing the session, he can do it on his own without requiring 5, 6 collaborators to do all that manual work. So I think maybe that's maybe an activity for the Wikimedia Foundation team to extend what I have described here, and to make maybe a central documentation set available, I don't know, maybe on Meta, describing further all those steps. Because I have been showing you, well, some examples, some screens, but there is much more behind, of course. You need to investigate yourself how those queries work and how those different systems interact with each other. Okay.
Thank you, Geert. And just adding to that from our perspective, from the Wikimedia Foundation, I think this is an alternative. We were talking to Geert about the difficulties that a lot of communities have with existing tools, and I think that there's not a perfect solution now. And whilst the foundation is working to discover better tools, I think that what Geert presents is an interesting alternative to reduce some of that manual work that is being done. It requires definitely learning a lot of skills. Myself, I'm tracking and trying to understand it all. But I think it's an interesting overview, and I'd love to maybe hear from some experienced community members that are on the call, if they've ever used this, or if they think that this would be useful for their work, or what gaps they still see. I think that would be really interesting.
Okay.
If anybody would like to comment, or newcomers as well. Yeah, so Rafi's saying there, that we'd all have to do a lot of homework, yes. There's also a request, Geert, to have the presentation in French, so I think we can do that.
Okay.
Of translating it.
Okay.
And I will also link in the presentation here. The presentation is also in the document that Dora has shared, where you can also put your questions. And there is a hand up. So Bashir, go ahead.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Bashir from Hausa community. Hope you can hear me. Thank you very much for organizing this clinic, and it is very insightful. We have learned a lot here. But what I want to emphasize is, like, it seems like the topics are they are too bulky. Like, why not take them like a topic at a time, one topic at a time? For instance, create a tutorial on maybe dashboard first, or Wikidata first, after that dashboard. Maybe I think perhaps for us that we don't have much experience on Wikidata, we need more tutorial on that, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, maybe I can answer in short. Well, ideally, of course, you would use Open Refine to mass upload the items you're working with. But you can do it completely manually as well. So you can start to create just the Wikidata, no, sorry, the Wiki project in Wikidata, and then you can link each of the items that you want to write about. You can link them manually in Wikidata with the property 6104. So you can do that completely manual. Most of the time, there are only maximum 50 or maybe 100 topics that you want to write about. So you need to only enter 50 or 100 statements. This item is linked to the wiki project X or Y. So this is for that you don't always need Open Refine or complicated tools to do it. You can do it manually as well. And then the only thing which is of huge interest is, the Wikidata query and the Listeria bot query to automatically generate the Wikipedia page.
All right, thank you very much. Understand.
Thanks, Geert. Sorry, you were going to say something else?
No, well, yes, Open Refine is maybe the most complex thing in this presentation. And Open Refine is really a glam tool that has been found. Originally, it was Google Refine. It was Google that created that system to be able to perform an automated Excel-like table update. And then afterwards, Google has given it as an open source system to the community. And now it is an independent company, or no, an independent organization, I must say, Open Refine, that is further developing that system. Okay.
Yeah, I think what Bashir brings up is really important, especially for a lot of us newcomers in the movement, is to have a clear set of like step-to-step resources, all these things. And so I think that's something the foundation should really be working on. From Let's Connect, within our more limited capacity, we're gonna try to start organizing these resources. I think what Geert has collected here in this presentation can allow us to look at some of those steps. I know that there's some good training that Sandra does on Open Refine, and the Wikimedia education team does on the dashboard. So I think creating like a system of do this step by step is really important. And so thanks, Geert, for giving us this wonderful material.
Yeah. Maybe, Jessica, maybe somebody of the foundation could put this schema into a real schema on Meta or whatever platform that you are planning to document this way of working. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you see it. I share still my screen, so.
Okay, we have another hands up from Michael.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Mikhail Sadiq Adeshino from Yoruba Wikimedians user group, and I'm happy to be joining this clinic this evening. And I really enjoyed your training and tutorial. But what I want to quickly chip in is this. This is somehow bulky, as my colleague has said, and we need more breakdown. I would suggest if we can have, as Jessica has mentioned, that we're going to have the presentation and a link to the presentation. But I would also suggest if we can have like a written document, for example, a PDF or something that can guide us through while watching, and we can also practice using the other parts of the documents, resources that can help us get better in this, because I see this as the future of organizing better monitoring better projects. When you are doing a project and you want to monitor it better, I think this is one of the best way to go with. And kudos to you, Geert, if I pronounce that well, for doing this. And
okay, fine.
Thank you so much. And that's my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, for writing a document, maybe by clicking on each of those blue links here, you might identify more information, and I have written in English as well. So
okay, thank you.
And I'm aware I have been telling a lot of technical things for which all of you need more time to look on it, but maybe it will help if you click on the links that I have included to the example projects and onto the example queries, so then you will better understand.
I have a question from Gilbert. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Gilbert Ndogbayo from the Wikimedia Community User Group, Burundi. I'm happy to join this clinic, and I have been happy to participate in this great presentation. My question is to know if there are other planned sessions, so that when we will be going through the document, we should have some questions, and then if there are planned sessions in the future, so that we may have a time or opportunity to ask some questions that we may have. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you can always try to reach me via a video chat. You see the link here, and you could send me an email via support@wikimedia.be. So I'm not always online, of course. I'm a volunteer also, so but a lot of time I am available via this video chat system.
Can you please share your email through the chat, please?
Ah, yes. Okay. Okay. Where is the chat? I don't see it.
I can do that for you, Geert.
You can do it, Jessica. Yes. Okay. And you could copy. Ah, yeah.
Yes, I will copy that. Is there any other questions or comments that people want to make? If anybody wants to share their experience, Rebecca, if you want to share some of the work that you linked there in the chat, that would be fantastic if you want.
Well, it's just to say, as kind of a first step for playing around with creating Wikidata Listeria tables, that I think is kind of the key functionality of starting to, maybe rather than having to manually compile lists of articles, which, you know, as Geert was saying, is can be quite laborious, even if sometimes it can help you kind of become familiar with a topic area. And particularly if you're working across small languages, that's the Welsh example is quite nice, because it was Celtic languages. The idea was to taking the idea of the Wiki for Human Rights lists and then mapping them across various different language Wikipedias, so Welsh, Irish, Manx Irish, Breton, that sort of thing. Yeah. And then you start to see how maybe kind of cross-community work could be facilitated through Wikidata lists like that. I particularly like the the integration of dashboard, because I find new Wikipedians quite often they think they have to go to the dashboard every time when they're starting to edit. Then they see that as their starting point, and trying to break that, introducing them to a wiki page or something that's a wiki project page, I think is far more solid learning for them as to how they see themselves kind of negotiating the wiki space. So I think that's very, very useful. And also it helps on board then more experienced editors. They're more likely to find campaigns if they're not kind of integrated into the community. They just kind of come across maybe some of the on-wiki activity. So I think it creates a really useful pipeline in two ways for both newcomers and those who are more established, who perhaps don't tend to get involved with in-person or community events as much, but the topic might draw them in. So that's wonderful to see. I mean, it's something that it's aspirational a little bit. I have a project that I think could work quite well with this. Again, it's an inter-language project across Irish, Basque, and Frisian. So I might be bothering Geert for some mentorship earlier in the new year.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, fine. You can always contact me. No problem. Building up onto what you are saying, Rebecca. You are talking about Listeria bot, and one thing I could advise you, maybe that's what you were referring to, is you can use in Wikidata. You can do a query of all the items having a particular Wikimedia Commons category. So this means you identify all the items belonging to a Wikimedia Commons category, and then you see if yes or no they already have a Wikipedia page in the language you are accessing.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Very useful for Wiki Loves Monuments and Wiki Loves Earth.
Yes, of course. Yes, yeah.
Fantastic. And Wiki Loves Folklore.
I was about to
so
say,
much.
how could you forget Wiki Loves Folklore?
Never.
Thank you so much for that, Rebecca. I saw Ismail had your hand up. It's gone down. Did you want to ask a question or make a comment?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for putting up this training. I was going to ask a question relating to the program event tool being developed by the team, developing the program organization tool, how processes of some of the steps being highlighted here, how can it be incorporated into that and for easy event management? I wanted to ask if there's any similarity with this process.
Yes, so if you create a session, you need to identify all the Wikimedia projects for which what projects are tracked. And so then you can see, using the events and campaign, the program and events tool, for each event, you can obtain reports. You can obtain an Excel file listing all the users and all the pages that have been written by. You see? So from the events, the program and events tool, you can have lists of pages and lists of users that participated and pages that have been writing, that were written. So then you can do a simple follow-up. You can read those pages. You can see if they are well written, if they have been created as a draft page, or they have been created as a user subpage, username space subpage. You can see if they can be renamed to the Wikipedia namespace, if they are well enough written, I mean.
Ismail, did that answer your question, or do you have any other doubts? Okay. So I think Geert wanted to give us like a task so we can start practicing these, using all these tools. And that will also help us identify maybe what gaps we have and how we can structure a more step-by-step training and support process. So over to you, Geert.
Okay. So I have listed here some things that you could do. Thinking about a subject, thinking about what items could be linked to that subject. If you could then create the project as a wiki project in Wikidata, and you could link, you could start to link manually a couple of items to your project. Then yeah, but I don't know if time will permit, but we could try out some Wikidata query. Yeah, if one of the participants could provide me with a name of a project that I would like to do, or maybe they have already a project that they are currently doing, and maybe they know some of the items, that item pages that have been written by the project. I could show them, or maybe, I don't know, the participants, can they share their screen? Then I could talk them through how they can do it. Jessica, I don't know.
Yeah, participants can share their screen.
Okay. So then if they have a wiki project, I can show them, I can guide them themselves how they can create the wiki project in Wikidata, and they can then link 3 or 5 subjects to that project.
Okay, so would anybody like to do this exercise live, or would you like to maybe just share your project name or link, and Geert will go through it? It might be easier, Geert, if you go through it with their project.
Okay.
So it's open. Whoever wants to share their project in the chat, and Geert will run us through the process.
The only thing I don't see, maybe I don't see the chat because I'm sharing my screen. Maybe oh yes, okay, now I have access to the chat. Yes.
Ismail, you had your hand up. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask if on already executed projects, can it serve as a purpose for this practical?
I didn't understand your question, Ismail.
Yeah, what I'm asking is that for the purpose of this practical,
yes,
and already executed project, can it serve its purpose? Can it serve the purpose for this practical, a project that has been executed already?
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, you to create it now, the project now, a project that you have already executed.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me that's okay. Yes. And
okay.
Then you could identify some of the items.
Okay, let me share a link to a project I organized.
Okay.
Thanks, Ismail, for volunteering. That's great.
Okay. So Ismail will put something into the chat now.
Yeah, I think he's just getting the link.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, yeah.
Ismail, have you managed to get the link? Might have a connection issue.
Mm.
Is there anybody else who would like to share in the meantime?
Or somebody else, maybe Rebecca, maybe you have a project with a number of if you have a project page on which there are some items or Wikipedia pages listed.
Don't know if I do.
Okay.
This is what I'm really unhelpful. Unless we were to do something around Wiki Loves Earth. I mean, I do have a list of
okay.
I have the commons list of
okay. Can you put in
very long is the only thing, but we can just take a few.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't need to register all of those things, but just to show the principle.
Yeah. So as I said, it's a commons upload.
Yes.
Table.
Do you have the commons category or yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I see it here.
So we could either way, yeah, you could use the Wiki Loves Earth in Ireland 2022 category of the images, if that was more helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
That there.
Just loading, just looking for my okay. So okay, I will share my screen again. Then you see what I am doing. Okay, share. You see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I think if I might create a Wiki Loves Earth 2022 in Ireland, maybe as a project. Is this okay for you?
Yep.
Okay, so then I go to Wikidata. I'm logged in, as you see. So then I will, well, first of all, before creating something, I always do I do a search. It doesn't exist. So I create a new item in English with that label. Okay, I click on create. And I say then add statement is an instance of wiki project. Okay, publish. I say country, it is Ireland. Okay, okay. And then organized by, organized, or organizer, yeah, okay. I say normally this should work. No, no.
Might be WCI. So Wikimedia Community Ireland.
WCI? No. Okay.
WCI.
Wikimedia Ireland.
This is where we don't have a Wikidata item. We do. Yeah. Wikimedia Community Ireland.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Yes, there we go. So our wiki project exists. This is the item. So then now the next thing to do is I need to link. Okay, yeah, I will move this at the bottom. I should look to one comments. Yeah, okay. Then, for example, I can use this as a label. I will look it up. This is it. Rebecca?
Yep,
Okay.
that's it.
So then I can add a statement. I can add a statement here. Maintain it by. Okay, and then I just use the queue number that I have just created. Maintain by. Okay. Nice. I can take a second one. This here. Okay. Same thing. Yeah. Another thing is it's more easy even. Maintain by. There is an option. You can duplicate a statement with using this option. So I only need to add. It needs the ID. Sorry. No, and it must be another ID. Yes, but it needs the ID. So I need to identify. No, Wikidata. I first need to obtain the Wikidata item. And it doesn't. Is it this one?
I should have a queue. Yeah, let me find the queue number for you.
Is this the real one? Natural reserve, yeah, but it should be.
Yes. Oh no, that's the. So it's actually Baldoyle Bay, I think, is what the. So if you change your estuary to bay, you should find. I just don't have a synonym in.
This way.
They're not all national parks. It's rather.
No.
Yeah, it's a.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I duplicate I copy the queue number, I paste it here, and I say copy claim. So then when I look up, I go here and I ask what links here. You see the two items already linked to your Wikidata, your Wiki project. So then, if I take my presentation, okay. So for this one, I just copy the query, and I go then to Wikidata query. Okay, and then I just paste my query. But I replace, of course, this is the project number, your project number. Okay. Well, this is okay. This minus means remove all objects that are people. But for you, this doesn't matter because it's about monuments. So they are all excluding people. So this is not necessary. Yes, but here is the problem that the replication is still not done. Wikidata query runs on a replicated database dataset. So we need to wait a couple of minutes or 5 minutes maybe. But this is
a great start, though. Yeah, it's a great start, though, Geert. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
And then you can use this query to create your Listeria bot. So the same way as I have here the example. So this is generated by a Listeria bot. So what you would do, you would need to copy this. And you need to copy this, and then you just replace this query by the query. No, well, yes, I need to copy the query, of course. So you need to put in the query. And then voila. Then you can maybe in the first way, you can use just the same columns, and then yeah, that's it. Ah, nee, it's about people. We should have taken the other query, the
places.
I mean,
yeah,
the one excluding people. So we should have taken the example from here. If you go to edit source, so this is the one, and this. So if you select, yeah, so this is the one. So what you need is this part. So you create a subpage somewhere on a Wikipedia namespace, and then you just copy the blue part of the query, and then you can have yeah, an automated table listing all your items linked to your project, and you immediately see discard edits. You immediately see red links for articles that items that don't have a Wikipedia page, and blue links when there is an existing Wikipedia page and an image, if there is an image in Wikidata. For example, here you have an image, you would see that image then in that table.
Could those tables also be used on Commons?
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, as long as Listeria bot is supported on Commons. I'm not sure. I think no. No, I don't think so. It's for Wikipedia because the reference is made to the Wikipedia page for the language.
Yes, that you're looking at. Yeah,
But you could put the same query on the Irish Wikipedia and on the English Wikipedia and on I don't know Gaelic or other, you know.
Yeah. It's just because the lists we have at the moment on Commons are manual.
Yes.
So they take updating, but that's a really interesting start, though. I haven't done any writing campaigns around Wiki Loves Earth, so this could be really useful.
Way, if you have, let's say, 50 subjects that you want to write about, you can just doing the way I have been showing it manually. You can add those statements. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. It's a simple introduction showing you the base of the logic, without the need that you need to use Open Refine. Open Refine gives you, of course, much more possibilities, but and it's more automated, but it's a bit more complicated.
Yeah, if we were to do Wiki Loves Monuments, I think that would have to be Open Refine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Geert, there were a couple of other people that shared their projects. I don't know if you want to.
Okay. Yes.
Adele, Adele shared a project on.
Adele here, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, Adele, but he put in two links. Wiki World Heritage User Group, I see. Okay. And then a wiki source. Okay. But Adele, do you have a list of items, a list of Wikipedia pages linked to those projects, or then I could
Wikisource n'a pas vraiment des pages, mais
so Wikisource doesn't have pages, it has index. So we have a lot of pages, we have lists. Do you have a list of pages somewhere? Yes, we have a list. Do you have a category somewhere? In Wikisource. In Wikisource. Just wait a moment. So we have announced the workshop, and moreover, we announced the contest. So now we're creating pages in Wikisource. It's 10 pages. So it's not articles. So automatically we have links. So we have links here if you go to Wikisource. So on the Arabic page, on the Arabic Wikisource page. So I'll give you the list of articles. So I'm sorry that I didn't give it. I'll give you the list now.
Geert, we're really testing your skills here because it's Wikisource and in Arabic.
Yeah, okay. Well, Arabic I
And that
can't
was putting you
read,
to the test.
but, yeah.
Attendez un peu, j'ai le lien.
Just a moment, just a moment. So if you go down, the word that is in green, it's in Arabic. I'm sorry, but it's in Arabic. I will give you the link directly, it's easier. So this one I send on the chat. So it's the contest, the link for the contest to write articles. So there is a list.
It's in Arab.
Yes, it's in Arabic. So if you go down, here we have the list. No, higher. Higher, if you go up. Here, yes. So here, so if you go a little bit down, no, the one under. No, the fourth one from the left. Yes, this one. Click on it, please. Yes, now you found the list. So normally we have 3 lists. So, yes. So every row, no, this is the user. This is the user. So what's the name of the page or the subject? What's the subject? So we have books. So it's a bit complicated.
I think maybe because
I will start.
Sorry, just maybe because it will require a bit more time to help Geert navigate the Arabic. It's great to see that there are, challenges when we're in different projects and different languages. So I think this is a great case for maybe Geert and Adel to pair up and do a practice together with supportive translation.
Okay.
And we'd love to hear how that goes and how you feel about it, Adel.
Okay.
So I think,
okay.
Yeah, fantastic. So I think in terms of time, we can just close now for any questions or comments or any last things that you would like to share, Geert.
Okay.
Before we close.
Okay, fine. But maybe if Adel wants, I can spend a quarter of an hour with Adel to create his project, maybe.
Fantastic. I think you can definitely stay on the call.
Okay.
So that the two of you can work on that. That's great. I do also want to give Ismail finally did manage to send his link. So if there's anything that you could quickly look at in the few minutes we have left, we'll leave you and Adel do your magic.
Okay. Okay, nice.
Merci.
Okay. Well, I would thank you for inviting me and for giving me the opportunity to share a bit of my experience I got during the last 2 years. Yeah.
Constant wants to stay with you. So there's a couple of people who would love to stay and watch the
Okay.
sample.
Okay, fine.
So for those who have to leave, I just want to really thank Geert. This was amazing. He put this all together on his own. We're just here supporting him to invite you and to be part of this wonderful knowledge sharing. And he's very kindly offered to support and mentor those who want to try this. So don't call him on the 1st of January, but on the 2nd maybe.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you a lot, Jessica.
I will leave the call open.
Okay.
Ivanas, are you available for 15 minutes additional to support?
Yes, I'm available, but I think all of them speak French.
Oh,
according to what I understand. Or do you want?
okay.
Do you want interpretation?
Geert, you're okay with French, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So no need on us.
Oh, perfect.
And if anybody else wants to stay on the call and listen in French, you're very welcome. And I just wanted to also let everybody know that we have some upcoming sessions for different topics around leadership, around diversity, equity, and inclusion practices in leadership, around board management, volunteer management. So we'll be sharing those Manor on our page and via email to all registered Let's Connect participants. We're also starting to share on the DIF calendar and on the Movement Strategy Forum. So we're taking over, Let's Connect is taking over all communication spaces. So please register for those, and we hope to see you in our next space.
Okay, thank you. So, Adele?
Oui, je suis avec vous.
Ok. Est-ce que je peux parler français ou qu'est-ce que vous préférez?
Français.
Français, ok. Bien. Donc, j'ai trouvé... attends. J'ai trouvé votre projet. Ok, just a minute.
I'm chiming in the English channel in case anyone needs interpretation. Please let me know.
Okay, votre projet c'est Wikisource for...
Yes, thank you very much. I think I will need that.
Okay, I'll do it. So the project is World Heritage. So what I will do is, first I will search for World Heritage. It doesn't exist, so I have to create an item.
I create a project. Okay, the project exists. Now I say it's an instance of Wiki project. Okay, and I will say le pays, c'est quel pays?
What is the country? MENA. Middle East, North Africa.
J'ai pas compris.
Arabic world. So not a country. MENA. No.
Middle East, North Africa.
Middle East and North Africa. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Middle East, North Africa.
C'est pas un pays, donc,
but it's not a country. So I receive an error. So I will replace this.
To the same entity. Attends. Je vais chercher
I will search
region.
property region.
Region. Or location.
Ou localisation peut-être. Donc, so I will replace, you see P276. So I'll move the claim. So now I changed the country to region. Okay, to location, because you don't have a country. Organized by? Who is the organizer? Is it user group? What is the user group? Wiki World Heritage.
I don't understand.
World Heritage. Wikimedians of World Heritage.
Yeah, Wikimedians. Ah, yeah.
Wiki.
No.
Wiki World Heritage.
Wiki World Heritage.
World Heritage. Ah,
yes.
Okay. World. I got.
Space between wiki and world.
Ah, okay. Heritage user group. Okay, yes, fine. Okay, voilà. Donc, votre projet existe.
So your project exists already. It's here. So now, do you have a title of an object or subject that you have worked in? It's possible.
The title of the contents.
For World Heritage.
Yes, wiki source for World Heritage.
Heritage, yes.
Yeah.
This is the
l'utilisation. C'est l'utilisation.
So it's the use. So the use of Wikisource in Arabic for World Heritage. So that's the project. So now the goal. So this is your project. Now in your project you will have. You will study many books. So each of these books will be linked to this project here. Yes, exactly. Do you have a title of one book that exists in Wikidata that we are working on? One moment. The problem is the title will be in Arabic. And I can't write in Arabic. I can write in Arabic or edit that. Can you share the item, the project?
Little bit English, little bit French.
Okay, shall we talk English? Okay, fine. So?
Only with me, not with Adel. Please, can you put just the number of the item, the queue number?
Yes, in the chat, yes.
Au français, oui, le nombre de item.
Yes, the item number. So it's in French, Constant. Is it good? We're playing languages. I will look for it. Or if you put the queue number in the chat.
If you can put the queue number in the chat.
So first, we have the documents in Commons with the ID, and then we have the index. So it means it's a document. So normally it's already written in the contest page. So look at this one. I put it, I put a link in the chat. C'est le lien, it's the link of comments. I think there is a Wikidata item here. So I have the link in comments. Yeah, I put the link. Yes. So I have the Wikidata number now. Okay. So I check the number. I look for the number. This one. Is it the good subject? Adil, is it the good one? This is the editor, not the item. I can link this person with your project. I will check this number. This is the author. Yes, yes, I understand. But the author can also be linked to other projects. Maintained by Wiki project. Good. So now if I go, what is linked with the project?
All the books and all the other things that have been written by that author. But if I click here, what links here? I have the author of the book. Donc l'auteur du livre.
So the author of the book is now linked to your project. Et voilà. Very good. So manually, you can add other. So you could
for other items.
Okay. Très bien.
Okay, very good.
And what is also possible is that now Adel ou Nanour, vous pourriez ajouter ici dans.
You could add here. Here. The description in Arabic in the labels as the name of your project. Yes, of course. Can you put the queue number, please, in the chat?
Donc comme ça, vous pourriez cliquer sur Edit.
So now you can click on Edit and add the Arabic in description Arabic. Yes, thank you, thank you. Because this project is the first one on the Arabic wiki source.
Où est-ce qu'on peut chercher?
Where can we look for the other?
If we want to know which one we can add for this item here.
Which other items that you can link to your project?
No, I mean, what the statements, the properties can we add for this one here?
To the project?
Yes.
About the start date?
J'ai donné déjà un lien pour
I gave a link for a book. So it's the link I sent in the chat. Which number is it, Adel? I wrote it in the chat.
Vous êtes en train de préparer quelque chose?
So you are preparing something?
J'ai une question.
I have a
Oui.
question.
On peut partager le
Can we share the Wikisource project page here on this item? Yeah, so I just finished to share my screen. But then you need to share, Nanur.
Oui, merci beaucoup. Et
yes, thank you very much. I have a question. Maybe at the end when we finish, I want also to share the link of a campaign that you have in my community. And if it's possible, if you can create a page for us. Thank you. Okay.
Est-ce que je peux
Can I
add the page on Arabic wiki source here too?
Yes, but then you need to have a project page. You can. Do you have a project page on Wikisource? Yes.
Yes, the one.
Yes, of course. Yes. So then you can click edit and you can add your project page.
Let me see here, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So then if you copy the title
here.
Yeah.
Is this the title in Arabic, Adel? I'm just kidding.
But yeah. Okay. Edit and then you type AR. Yeah. AR. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And then you type.
And here.
Yeah. And then publish. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And our project has a item number 1. Here. Voila. Thank you very much.
Yes. So already a description in Arabic and in French. Yeah. Yes. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. So then you can fully describe your project.
Mm-hmm.
You could say when it starts, start date. Maybe it started last year, maybe, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it is a yearly Is it a yearly context or no? It's ongoing.
It's the first one actually is a pilot project. So, but maybe you ask us next year to answer.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You could add a statement, start date, and then 2021. Then, if it started last year.
Yeah. Okay. Another question, please. And this project has two parts. The first was a workshop, and the second part is a contest. Can we do a separate item for each one? They had
yes, but that I would create in the program and events tool, not on Wikidata, because it are activities within events and program and events. No, I think this is the main project. But technically, you can create also sub-projects also in Wikidata.
Okay.
So you could consider the project we have been creating just now. We could consider it to be a master project, and then having two sub-projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay. I even have an example. I shall share my screen again. Screen share. Screen 2, yes. So if I look up the women design, you see, and then what links here? Yeah, there is of course. No, I can't see it this way. I will do it other way. Wiki women design at La Cambra, for example. This is a sub-project, and then you say as part of. You see, Nanur?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if you create sub-projects, you can say they are part of the main project here. So this is then the main project, and any sub-project would then be linked to the main project with the statement as part of.
Yes, very clear. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome. Any other questions?
Oui, je disais tantôt que j'ai partagé ma page et la page de ma communauté. Nous sommes en train de mener une activité à l'endroit de la jeunesse africaine, où ma communauté participe de façon active. Donc, je veux savoir est-ce que c'est possible. J'ai déjà envoyé le lien, en fait. C'est un peu plus gros.
Le lien de cette page ici?
Non, non, non. On appelle la page là campagne de la journée africaine. Campagne de la journée africaine de la jeunesse 2022.
Oui.
C'est dans le chat.
Ah, dans le chat, ok.
C'est dans le chat.
I see, okay. Ok. Ça, c'est la campagne. Et oui, et vous avez une question?
Oui, en fait, nous n'avons pas encore créé cette nouvelle page-là. Donc, je voudrais qu'on essaie de tester si on peut créer la page-là avec cette campagne.
Ok. Mais ça, c'est déjà une activité. Donc, oui. Donc, vous pourriez cliquer ici sur Edit pour les détails et vous pourriez ajouter un lien vers une page projet. Bien sûr.
Oui.
Donc, si sur...
En fait, ce que je voudrais qu'on crée, c'est la page Wikidata.
Okay.
Un peu comme ce que nous avons fait avec les autres tout à l'heure.
Oui. Oui, vous pourriez dire journée ici. Vous pourriez prendre ça comme titre et donc dans Wikidata, vous pourriez chercher si ça existe. Ça n'existe pas. Donc, create new item. Et ça sera en français. Français. Okay. French. Voilà. Et puis tu dis is an instance of wiki project. OK. And then campagne journée africaine. Est-ce que ça concerne un pays particulier ou non?
Bon, et pour cette campagne-là, ça concerne le Bénin. C'est un petit pays d'Afrique de l'Ouest.
OK. OK, Bénin. OK, voilà. Et puis, il y a... c'est Wikimedia Bénin qui organise?
Oui.
OK.
Oui, c'est la communauté du Bénin, Wikimedia du Bénin.
Non, c'est un user group peut-être. Hein?
Oui, c'est un user group.
Mais est-ce que vous êtes connu déjà sur Wikidata?
Non, mais nous avons une page méta.
Ah, OK. Ouais, il faut d'abord être créé vous-même comme... OK. Je regarde méta.
Okay.
Méta. OK. Donc, user group. Et Wikimedia, et voilà ici. Donc, OK. Je prends ça. Je vais à Wikidata. Je cherche. Ah, mais ça existe déjà. Donc, je prends le Q-number et puis je dis organizer ici.
Okay.
Voilà, publish.
Oui.
Voilà, votre projet existe déjà. Et puis, si vous avez un sujet particulier, on pourra lier votre projet au sujet.
Oui, et je sais que nous avons créé une dizaine d'articles. Je suis en train de regarder. Nous avons créé une dizaine d'articles qui concernent en fait les arrondissements.
Oui, OK.
Donc, nous sommes au niveau de...
Si vous pourriez mettre le nom de l'article dans le chat, je peux vous montrer.
D'accord, il n'y a pas de souci. Je mets ça en même temps.
Ouais.
Et ça fait... Je mets ça ici. Je mets ça ici. Je suis en train de mettre 2 minutes. Je peux mettre... Je viens de mettre.
OK. Ah oui, OK. Ça, c'est le sujet de l'article.
Oui.
Et OK. Donc, voilà. Donc, je vais essayer de chercher ça sur Wikidata. Ça existe. Voilà. Donc, et je prends maintenant votre numéro de projet.
Ouais.
Et je dis que ici, donc, c'est P6104. Hein? Et c'est géré par vous autres.
D'accord.
Voilà. Donc maintenant, Ah oui, mais ok. Votre projet n'a pas de nom en anglais. Je vais le ajouter. Donc, je pourrais copier le nom francophone,
oui.
mais je pourrais Youth Day 2022, African Youth Day.
Le mois de la jeunesse africaine.
Ah bah, youth et jeunesse. Hein? Ja. This is the English translation. Ok, si je fais un refresh, donc voilà. Ah, c'est pas encore là. Il y a un retard de réplication. Ok. Non. Touch. Ok, voilà. Vous voyez? Donc
Oui,
la traduction en anglais, ça existe.
Ok.
Et donc, si on va ici et on demande what links here, on trouve bien votre page Wikipédia.
Ok.
Donc, de même façon, vous pourriez faire pour chaque page que vous avez créée.
D'accord. Ok.
Ok,
Ok.
Constant? Yeah.
Oui, oui, merci beaucoup.
Ok, très bien.
Oui.
Ok.
Maintenant,
Ok.
j'aimerais savoir, et une seconde, j'aimerais savoir, quand nous avons aussi des pages, quand nous avons créé la page Commons pour les images lors de nos activités, on peut aussi les ajouter?
Si, indirectement. Donc,
Okay.
dans Commons,
Oui.
Il y a une option dans... Attends,
Okay.
je donne un exemple. Enfin, oui. Ok, Commons.
Je viens d'envoyer le lien de notre page
ok.
Commons.
Ah, ok, voilà. Donc, c'est plus facile pour moi. Donc, comme ça. Ok. Ah, c'est une catégorie. Yeah, ok.
Oui.
Donc, bon. Ce sont des photos de votre activité, j'imagine. Ou d'une
Non,
activité que vous avez décrit.
C'est-à-dire cette catégorie-là, il y a plusieurs pays qui mènent la campagne. Donc,
Ok.
c'est à l'intérieur que vous aurez nos images qui, concernant la communauté du Bénin. Donc, à l'intérieur, nous avons quelques images qui concernent le Bénin pour nos activités.
Yeah. Ok, je vais montrer cet exemple. Voilà.
Oui.
Donc, vous pourriez cliquer ici sur Structure Data.
Ok.
Et ou bien, il y a
Oui.
deux manières. Ou
Ok.
bien, vous tapez ici le sujet que ça représente.
Oui.
Et puis, avec Wikidata, avec ce
Oui.
numéro Q de Wikidata, vous pourriez lier ce photo à travers Wikidata à ton projet.
Ok, ça marche.
Yeah.
Je comprends.
Mais ça, c'est le meilleur exemple. Mais ici, c'est une photo d'un projet de plantation des arbres.
Non, 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 c'est toujours le même projet, mais ça, ce n'est pas le Bénin, en fait.
Ah,
Ça,
ok.
ça, c'est dans un autre pays.
Ok, d'accord. Yeah. Voilà. Ouais.
C'est un peu ça.
Ouais. Ok. Très
Bon,
bien.
sinon, tout compte fait la page de notre projet sur Wikidata. Je vais aussi essayer de voir ce que vous avez déjà eu à faire et puis essayer de prendre un peu la main. Même si c'est au début, j'essaierai de prendre la main et puis quand je suis confronté à une situation, dans le chat, je pourrai faire truc directement.
Ouais. Ok. Très bien.
D'accord.
Ça va. Ok, Constant.
Merci beaucoup.
Ok, pas de quoi.
Oui.
Good, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, yes, fine. But yeah, they are just and introduced into the subject. So now they have a real idea how to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think Ismail stayed in the call. I don't know how you're with time, but he wanted to ask you a couple of questions. So
Okay, no
just want
problem.
of your time as well if you want to schedule another space with them.
No, it's okay for me, but I drink a little bit first.
I also, just to let you know that I have another clinic in 10 minutes. So I'm
Okay.
going to leave you as host. If in any case the communication cuts, because I don't know if Zoom allows me to have two simultaneous links happening, then maybe you can just coordinate with Ismail to do it on a hangout or another thing.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you a lot, Jessica.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thanks, Jessica.
Yes. Okay.
Ismail, if you want to maybe just share your email there so that if any chance it cuts, you can quickly get in contact and set up the call.
Okay. I should drop my email.
Just in case the Zoom shuts so that Geert can get in contact with you.
Okay, Ismail. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I will note it down. So if the session is lost. Okay, so Ismail, you had another question?
Not really, not really. Actually, at first I wanted to drop my project link for a demonstration, and due to time frame, I felt let me just leave it for another day. Perhaps I might just want to like use it as a process for me to learn as well and practicalize the learning process using my own project page.
Okay.
So can you still walk me through it, or?
Okay, you want to share your screen?
No, not that I'm not sharing my screen. I was thinking of sharing the link to my project page.
Okay, yes, you can put the link in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.